Hi friends, I'm Joni Eareckson Tada, a member here at Church in the Canyon, and welcome to our Challenging Cancer Retreat. I'd like you to know that I'm also a fellow cancer survivor, although I have to admit, I thought cancer always happened to other people, not me. My attention was always focused on my quadriplegia. I broke my neck in a diving accident many years ago, and 45 years of living in a wheelchair saddled me with enough medical challenges without thinking of cancer. Well, my attitude changed one morning in the bathroom when I looked and noticed my right breast was a little misshapen. I called my husband Ken, and he confirmed my suspicion. There was indeed a lump. And I remember thinking, so I'm not immune. Cancer will probably touch my life after all. And the next day I visited a radiologist. After that, a needle biopsy was performed, and the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital for surgery. While I was in recovery after the operation, I struggled to come out of my grogginess, especially when I spotted my surgeon on the other side of the room. When he came up to my bedside, his words cut right through the fog. He said, "Joni, it was rather a large tumor, and I had to take a number of lymph nodes that indicated cancer." Those were not the words I hoped to hear, but there was not time to process such a shocking diagnosis. I had to focus on healing so that I could begin treatment for my stage 3 cancer. It was 5 months of chemotherapy. Ken was wonderfully supportive. My husband bandaged my wounds every night, and after my surgery healed, he and I visited the medical oncologist for a rundown on what to expect next. That oncologist minced no words. I would have to go back into the hospital to have a port surgically inserted into my chest. There would be toxic drugs that would weaken my already fragile bones. There would be the possibility of blood clots. They were a risk. So were lung and bladder infections. I would face nausea, the loss of my hair. I'd have to change my diet to ward off fatigue, and on and on and on. I tell you what, the doctor left the office, closed the door, and I just broke down. I literally sobbed into my husband's arms. It was just too much. It was just so overwhelming. I just kept repeating, "I can't do this. I can't do this." I think that's the reaction that most people have, because cancer is a word that can curdle the blood. For years, it was labeled a terminal disease, but the good news is, thanks to improvements in treatment and early detection, today millions of people are surviving cancer. Whether you're worried about developing cancer or making decisions about treatment or trying to deal with the ups and downs of chemotherapy, there are things you can do to make the most of your battle. And yes, it is a battle. You are in the battle for your life. It's the battle of your life. But there is hope. Millions of people have gone through what you are now facing, and they have survived. In every community across America, there are cancer support groups, and it's why we're holding this special event today during this Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There's plenty of help and information and hope to go around. With God, come on, there's always hope. He even believes that your fight against cancer can be a good fight. Even though you may feel, as I once did, totally overwhelmed and faint-hearted, you can find courage. It is possible. I discovered wonderful anchors for my soul that bolstered my spirits during my roughest days. And it is these anchors that we will be speaking about today during this Challenging Cancer Retreat. So thank you for coming. Thank you for opening up your heart. Today, be expectant and allow your faith to be stretched a little bit, because there is hope. And fear, yes, fear can be conquered. And yeah, I'm hopeful, even though I have 2 more years to go before I can be declared cancer-free. I am very hopeful. Oh, and one more thing. Feel welcomed here today at Church in the Canyon. Feel free to ask questions. Introduce yourself to the people around you. Get to know others who are in this battle with you. Take notes, and most of all, have hope. God bless you, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here at Church in the Canyon for this special retreat.